Hello, it's CJ, and this is the Move Push men's group, the online group attempting to help men form and maintain friendships. And I'm going to go a little off topic or out of my usual format right away because Paul's only with us for a little while, and there's something I want to ask him. So I've got an issue that I was talking to the guys about earlier where I'm traveling in the US. I'm back in the US now. I'm going from Phoenix to Atlanta on Frontier Airlines, not knowing about their bag fee situation. And they want to charge for a carry-on. On the third party site I use, the quote was $190 one way for a carry-on bag. I was
Yikes.
stunned. I mean, that's obscene. So I'm curious in your travels if you've encountered something like that before, and if so, how did you get around it, or use a delivery service, or what do you do?
I haven't gotten around it. My girlfriend encountered it one time. She went home on Cebu Pacific, and it's a 7 kilo carry-on limit,
Hmm.
and it was fine. And on the way back, they said she was over, and they charged her $100, and she paid.
Okay.
I
For my
I
American
came
friend, 7 kilos is about 15 pounds, but all right, go ahead.
I came down here by bus just kind of to experience the local travel.
Yeah.
Turned into a like a 46-hour journey,
Oh my.
which should have been, like 20 hours. Um, but, that's part of the adventure. And I just have my backpack, but I realized I'm flying home and I didn't weigh it before I left. So when I woke up this morning, I was thinking, yeah, I better wear my jeans and take my big winter shirt. I have a heavy flannel shirt. And wear all that stuff to the airport till I weigh my bag and see how much it is because they have, they get a reward for catching people. So if you can't fit in uh, the little bag thing, or if it's overweight, they charge you, and they charge you heavily, and they've made billions of dollars on the overweight.
No one's weighed my backpack yet because I'm always like I have it on me when I'm going through the line, and that's got my computer stuff in it, and it's kind of heavy. It's usually heavier than my carry-on, but so far I've gotten by with that. I don't think I'm going to with Frontier. They're probably going to want to weigh it, and it's about 12 kilos, which is going to be over the limit you just talked about. So, but that's a problem I'll deal with later. I'd
When
like to take a carry-on with me so I could take some clothes, but if
What
I have
what
to mail some clothes to my uncle, I guess I will. But
what
when
about
when we went,
checked luggage? Yeah, what's the price of checked luggage? Maybe that's
I didn't
cheaper.
even look at that. I thought that was even going to be even more because that'd be a bigger
No,
bag for most
it
people.
can be the different way around. So you should check the cost of checking it
Okay,
because
that's a good idea.
maybe they want you to check it rather than carry it on.
Okay.
if you pay for the extra bag fee before the flight, a couple hours, I think you could go up to a couple hours, and it's
Hmm.
sometimes 20 or
Yeah.
$30 for a checked bag. But when Henry and I went to Vietnam, um, he had he's bought a vest that has all these giant pockets in it,
Yeah, I've seen
and
that advertised.
Yeah,
he's a
my wife
photographer,
made one of those.
and he just loads all of that up you know in the pockets, and then I carried some of it. I stuffed some of it in my pockets, heavy stuff like chargers and that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
um, but yeah, if a lot of airlines will not only weigh your bag but make sure it fits into the thing. So you want to a backpack that's squishable, and you can, if it's questionable, put on all the extra layers of clothes before you get to the gate. Because once they weigh it, I've heard that they won't let you then take stuff out of it and reweigh it.
Yes,
Depends
yeah,
on the gate agent, depends on the airline, but they make so much money on the extras, and now they pay, certain airlines pay the employees a fee if they catch somebody and
Like a
make them
bonus.
pay. Yeah.
Man, I was talking to my Uber driver last night. It's like we hate paying for stuff that used to be free. And it wasn't that long ago where there wasn't any charges for bag fees, anything like that, because it's really not much of a burden beyond the employees that the airlines have already. But at this point, it's here to stay. But like Paul says, they make so much money off of it that it's not going away. So got to deal with it.
So
yeah.
you
Well,
Okay.
it's all about making the fare look cheaper.
Yeah,
And
which
like if they can take a service out of the fare and hit you with it later,
mm,
it makes their fare look cheaper than the competitors. So they're
yeah,
splitting out all
it's
the
it's kind of short-sighted though, because I won't use this airline again if I'll do the check bag option like you suggested. But
are you in
if
the
that's
state?
not pardon?
You're in the states now, right?
Yes, this flights from Phoenix
Cheapest
to
way
Atlanta.
to ship stuff is U.S. mail. When I moved from Hawaii
Hmm.
back to Miami, I mailed boxes and boxes of stuff back.
Okay. Yeah, my friend who travels with like camping gear is what he has to deal with. So he suggested just U.S. mail. So all right, cool. I will look at
Well,
that too.
what, CJ, the extra weight burns more fuel. That's why
Yeah, but again, it used to be free. So
I know, but
but they
that's
put a
why.
fuel surcharge on anyway. So
yeah, they do that too. Mhm. We'll do a fuel surcharge and charge you for bags. Okay, well now I sound like I'm complaining, so but I did want to deal with that with you guys because that's what friends do when you have a problem, right? Um, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
wearing all the heavy clothes is about the only workaround I know of.
okay.
So, anyhow, speaking of that, I'm traveling shortly, and next the 21st, I'm going to Alaska for a week. So, if I don't show up, that's why. I don't know where I would. We have a
Mm.
camper, so we won't have Wi-Fi for a week, I guess. Or I don't know. I'm going into this. I have no idea what to expect. Living in a camper in Alaska for a week, and then I'll be traveling to Seattle, I guess, and then maybe back to Miami. All right,
Buy
fellas. I
yourself a
just wanted to
get
check
yourself
in.
a Starlink.
What?
A Starlink.
No, actually, I'm kind of looking forward to being
Yeah,
unhooked.
he wants to be
Yeah, well,
disconnected.
yeah, that's true.
Not such a bad. And then that's one more thing to carry. You got to carry the antenna
Uh,
and the receiver
yeah,
and the wire.
well, enjoy a life off the grid, Paul.
All
We'll
right.
see you in a couple
Thanks.
weeks.
See you in a couple weeks.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right. So the other thing that's new for me is that this morning I started military calisthenics training. I paid for an app. Facebook's been bombarding me with this, and because I pay attention to workout videos and reels, the short videos they show. And actually, I've accumulated probably 50 or 100 of them that I've saved. I use some of those for my mini workouts I've talked about before, where I break away from my computer after 90 minutes and work out for about 5 to 10 minutes. Um, but anyway, so this military calisthenics thing is something I can do without the gym, while I travel. And I did it in the spare bedroom today at my parents' house. But the problem with that is, yeah, I with the workouts I do in a gym, I can compensate or adjust for my prior injuries, which for me is like a right shoulder that I injured lifting weights, back in probably 10 years ago. Now I've injured my left elbow also lifting weights in the gym a couple of weeks ago. So now doing this calisthenics thing is a bit difficult on certain exercises, but I've just tweaked them a little bit so I can do them. So I'm gonna keep working on that, and it's about 15 to 30 minutes. Body weight exercises, squats, sit-ups, push-ups, or variations of that. I'm curious what you guys do. I know Oliver's kind of a gym rat, so how about you want to share the kind of workout you do, Oliver?
Okay, well, when I first go to the gym, I get on the treadmill and walk and get my heart rate up and just walk and walk and walk. And then after that, um, I I rotate between arms and chest and shoulders and legs and biceps and triceps. I just have a little routine. Depending on what day it is, I focus on one particular group. Like today, I did uh, hip flexors and um, hamstrings and calf stuff like that.
For
After walking,
your upper body workouts, are you doing higher reps or lower reps, heavier weight, lighter weight? What do you do?
I do 3 reps of 10, and I do as much weight as I can push.
Okay. So you're
And
probably
you're right, you gotta
try to
watch
do it
the
till
injuries.
failure, right?
Well, I don't lift as much as I used to when I was a little bit younger, but you know, I just like to do the heavier weights.
Yeah, that's what I was liking about the gym. That was working out at in Thailand, is getting the weights up and feeling like I'm okay, I'm pushing. I'm feeling, I'm feeling a burn, I'm feeling a pump, and then I'm feeling a blown out elbow too. So,
That elbow can, yeah, I blew out my elbow
mm,
once, and it was 9 months before it came back.
yeah.
That's a tough
Um,
one. And right now I'm fighting the left shoulder right here.
mm,
Um, it's bothering me. I wake up at night, even sleeping on it, it
yeah.
hurts sometimes.
Yeah, I got both shoulders for me. Right's a little worse than the left, but that's my least favorite thing about weight training is if you push yourself too hard, you can end up with a nagging injury. So,
Yeah.
Isn't
I
the
had
recommendation as you get older to do lower weights and more reps?
I was about to mention that I had seen that, and I thought I had a really good workout where we lived in a different place when we were living in Phuket, Thailand. There was a neighborhood park that had weights that you used your body weight um, for the resistance, but the way the pulleys were set up, you had to do. I ended up doing a lot of reps on these, but I didn't get injured. So, but I was doing sets of 25 and 30 on some of the machines, and I was like, oh, this is annoying. I'd rather do 10 to 15 and heavier weight, but I can't. I don't want to make myself heavier for this purpose. And I'd read somewhere that Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's in the 70s now, when he does his weight training, he's doing more sets of 15 with lower weights because, he's not 21 anymore. So
Good point.
I was moving along with that frame of mind, and then I saw an article or maybe a video on YouTube about the sweet spot, an article about, you know, weight training for older people over 60, and they said the between 6 and 10 was better doing up till failure. So increasing your weight up to that. And I thought that's really more my speed anyway. So that's the adjustment I made when I started working out at the gym and in my new hometown. But and then I came across another article that said you should start, if you do sets of 3, your first set should be 12 to 15 at a lower weight, and then you move it up to the heavier weight. So that's what I was doing the last week I was there, and that seems to make sense to me out of the things I've read. But that's the thing about working out and the approach is you got to figure out what works for you and do that. And sometimes that takes some trial and error. And that's what I've been dealing with. So, but I'm interested in what you guys are doing for trial and error. Craig, do
When you
you
work
do
a
you
muscle
do
group,
you do some weight training, anything like that?
No, it's I'm very I don't particularly like gyms. Um, but I do need to do some exercise. I'm not getting in, just walking with the dog is not enough.
Hmm.
But my body's sort of starting to fail in that, you know, um, a lot of things I used to do I can't do, like getting up off the ground is really difficult.
Yeah.
Um, and I've been like you, I've been getting bombarded with stuff, and I've been getting a lot of chair chair
Hmm.
tai chi
Chair
type
workout, Tai Chi stuff. Yeah.
workouts. Yeah.
yeah.
I do
How do
And
those
you
I
for
like
my
was
mini
think
that, Craig?
workouts. Yeah.
Is that
I
good,
was think
Craig? Do you like that?
well, I haven't done it. I've just been contemplating it, but I think I mean I know you can find all sorts of stuff online about and you can find the exercises and stuff, but I think probably having an app that guides you through it is probably a
I've
better way to do it.
been thinking about buying that course, that chair chair one that you're
Hmm.
talking about.
Well, there are several. There's quite a few. I don't think they're all the same. I think everyone's sort of jumping on the same bandwagon. Um,
Yeah.
they make all sorts of
It's nice to do a routine that you can see someone else doing it, especially if it's an exercise you haven't done before. And
and they say
yeah.
7 minute exercises, which
Mhm.
I know always take at least twice as long as that because yeah, by the time you get set up and do it, and you don't know what you're doing, so you're looking at the exercise all the time. It always takes way longer than they say.
Mhm.
But I think I need to do some form of regular exercise that I can do quite quickly, like between appointments and things like that. Instead of sitting on the computer and playing a game, get up and do some exercise.
Well,
Well,
I tell you, one thing I did is I put a treadmill in my basement. So if I don't get to the gym, I can just go down to my basement and walk on my treadmill right here at home.
Yeah. Well, I've got a dog that I have to walk twice a day, which
Okay, yeah, I don't, yeah.
doesn't 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 let me off. So which is quite
But
good because
get a
I have to do it.
treadmill for your dog.
yeah, I was gonna say, how
No,
does the
no.
dog feel about the treadmill?
Oh, no, I need to get out and I need to do it.
Hmm.
I did
Yeah,
have an
he's got
electric scooter at one stage to exercise him, but he
Hmm.
didn't really like that. He likes the personal touch. He likes to stop and sniff and
Yeah.
not to mention he needs to do the little circle dance.
yeah. Yeah, well I gave him time to do that, but he's quite a fit dog and really he needs more distance than I can give him.
You know,
But
when
he's
when when my dog was alive, I'd walk her in around the neighborhood, and we'd go, pretty much the same walk every time. And every walk, exactly the same spot, she would stop and do the little circle dance. And yeah, I pull out my little baggie and pick it up. I
yeah,
don't know.
they
She just
they
knew
have their
that
little
spot. It's
spots.
like this is my
Yep.
spot right here.
Yeah, well that's quite useful sometimes.
Mhm. Well, I can't
Funny.
relate to that, but does sound useful if the dog has a regular place. All right. I also wanted to ask about sleep schedules since mine is so messed up right now.
Oh boy.
I'm dealing with some jet lag, but when I did have more of a routine, I tried to get to sleep between 11 and 12 at night and get up between 7 and 8 in the morning, and do and I was trying to incorporate a short walk in the morning. First thing I do, get up, throw some clothes on, then go walk out in the sun, and that's supposed to be really good for metabolism. Drink some water while I do it. I walk over to 7-Eleven and get some mineral water. And so that was my routine for the last couple of weeks before I came here. I did that this morning, but the walk over to Circle K was a little farther than what I had in Thailand. And it took about half an hour to get there and back, and then everything was god awful expensive. I think I spent $11 on a couple of mineral waters and some snacks. So I'm not sure if I'll be keeping that up. At least going to that location. There's also a park the other direction. I might just walk around the park and come back. But um, anyway, sleep schedule. That's what I was interested in. If you guys, I've heard it mentioned from many sleep experts and health, doctors, that it's a good idea to go to bed, try to go to sleep the same time every night and get up the same time every morning, even on the weekends, if you don't have an obligation in the morning. I was curious if you guys did that kind of thing or you had any advice.
Well, I'm a night owl, CJ.
Mm,
I stay up late.
okay.
Yeah, me too.
So you
And
guys are up till 2 or 3 in the morning and sleep
no,
till noon or
not
what?
3.
Not
No,
not that late, but
yeah, often 1.
Mm-hmm.
often 1 o'clock. I'm still awake. Yeah.
But I was in a habit of getting up at 9 o'clock or
Mm,
before 9 because technically 9 o'clock was my first meeting slot. So I
right.
had to be up and check that I either had or didn't have a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
But just recently I've made a decision that um, I'm going to try and get up an hour earlier, because I think that's a bit late, really. I should be,
Yeah.
just getting out. So I got up at 8 this morning, and I'm going to try and keep that as a routine too. Because often I'm awake then. I just lie in bed, and then I start watching videos, or
Yeah.
I'm just lying in bed doing social media or whatever.
So you
And
are
and
awake that early, so you might as well be up.
yeah, and then I fall asleep, and then I'm all headachy.
Mm,
So I'm thinking, well, I should get up and then I should do that stuff while I'm up, not lying in bed.
mm-hmm.
Um, and I mean, I sort of got in that habit in the winter when it was cold. And so by 9 o'clock, the sun's up and everything's warmed up a bit. Whereas you get up too early, you've got to put heaters on or light fires so that was it started as a practical reason, which I just kept doing all summer. Whereas really with daylight saving and stuff, I should have been getting up earlier and then enjoying the morning.
Mm.
So,
All right.
but I do
So,
wake up a lot during the night.
yeah,
Sometimes, not all the time, but
I do too.
sometimes I I wake up and go to the toilet, and then I drink a lot of water, and then a couple of hours later, I need to go to the toilet again, and then I drink a lot more water, and but I do find now my bladder feels full when it's not really,
Hmm.
but I want to go to the toilet because it's just more comfortable if I do. But
Yeah,
if I get a really good night's sleep, I don't have to get up and go to the toilet,
right.
you know. So yeah, it just I don't know, it varies, but because I have the flexibility in the day and stuff, I don't worry about that, not sleeping properly as long as I get enough sleep.
Yeah.
I used to have a nap during the day, and that became a real bad habit, and so I've knocked that on the head.
Hmm.
getting this 3 o'clock nap every day becomes a real bad habit.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I've seen that some, great people like Edison and, inventors and scientists sleep, they don't often small amounts during the day. So they do nap, but they also sleep very little at night. So they tend to,
Oh, yeah, there's a
stagger their
difference
sleep.
between there's a power naps are good.
Yeah.
Like if a good power nap, but some of my naps were more not power naps, but boredom, almost verging on boredom type,
Mm,
not stimulated enough.
okay.
Um, so just got to try and get out and do more things and
Yeah.
maybe
So that's not
structure
good.
what I need to get done a bit more.
Okay. And Oliver is the night owl, so we usually crash around 2 or 3, or when do you usually go to bed, Oliver?
Well, I don't watch a lot of TV. I do watch the telly with my wife at night. It's our little time together,
Hmm.
and then about 10:30, I said that's enough TV for me. And I come in here and I work on my code. I find I do some of my best work late at night when it's quiet and nothing's going on. And then usually I turn on the talk radio and I'm listening to that in the background. And I don't know, I try to shut stuff off by midnight, and lay down.
Okay.
But I'm one, I don't fall asleep quickly. It takes me a while.
Yeah,
One
I
of
hear
these
that. I
days.
got too much going on in my head.
It takes
Have
me
you tr
about an hour to go to
have you
sleep.
tried melatonin, CJ?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I take melatonin,
Yeah.
I take a magnesium,
Yeah.
and some L-tyrene at bedtime. You know.
Yeah. Magnesium and melatonin are both supplements I take. So,
So I mean I do fall asleep depending on if I snack after dinner or how much fluid I drink after dinner. Sometimes I can go maybe 6 hours before I have to, wake up and do my business, take a
well,
leak.
I have read that you should do most of your fluid consumption during the day and then try to not drink anything after 7 or 8 p.m. Um,
That's true, and
and I've tried to follow
especially,
that, but I'm not very good at it. So,
Yeah, I'm pretty poor at drinking during the day, so most of my water consumption is actually at night. I mean, I'll
well,
drink the odd coffee during the day, but like I'll drink a liter of water overnight,
hmm.
which I think is probably quite important because I don't drink enough during the day.
Well, you may
water.
want to think about that, drinking more during the day.
Yeah, I
Water, that
may
is.
always have good intentions about doing that, but if it sort of pans out,
Hmm.
pans out for a few days and then forget about it.
Yeah, the military calisthenics app asked me how much water I drank, and I think I wrote down I inputted 4 glasses or something, and I'm thinking, well, what about tea and soda and um, flavored water, things like that that are 99% water, but are a different drink. Wasn't sure if that counted or not. I would think it should, but maybe not.
And you guys have one of these?
I can't see what it is. Yeah.
It's the hydrogen. It infuses hydrogen into your water. See the little bubbles coming up? You probably can't see them.
Yeah, it's kind of flickering, but
It's hydrogen
Yeah, it's
water, and do some research. Hydrogen water is supposed to be really good for you. I've been drinking it for a long time now. I keep this bottle on me all the time. And this is, I drink. I'm always drinking out of it.
I think I saw some of that in Circle K this morning, but it was, 350 for a bottle that smaller than that.
Well, this is the bottle you can buy,
Mhm.
and it USB. You charge it up, and um, it costs about $100, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
what does it release the hydrogen out of the water or something?
It infuses hydrogen into the water itself. There's the technology. It's hard for me to explain, but you can look it
Well,
up. Hydrogen water bottles.
And what's the benefit of hydrogen water?
Um, for one thing, it's supposed to be really good for your immunity, help you to recover from injuries and just overall well-being.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had one for several years now. I'm on my second one. My first one, I dropped and broke it, so I had to buy another one. But yeah, hydrogen water is this. The thing is, when you keep these nearby you all the time, it's like reminding, okay, I got to drink some water. You know.
Hmm.
yeah,
So
I keep a bottle. I have kept a bottle next to me all the time, and I still forget to drink it.
yeah, me too. I'm just as bad as you are. I'd
I
rather
don't
be
really
drinking
like drinking
coffee and
water.
iced tea.
Yeah,
I like, a diet tea, or a
but
Propel or those kind of things. But
yeah, well, some of those like teas, like peppermint tea, and those Japanese teas and oolong and things like that. I think they technically are water.
hmm,
The like most of the ingredients in those are really beneficial and supplemental to what you're doing.
okay.
Whereas coffee's the well, some people say coffee's good for you, but there's a lot of bad things about coffee too.
Yeah,
I love coffee. I
I
can't
Yeah,
exist
don't
without
like
it.
coffee, but
Triple espresso every morning.
I like. I'm pleased to be back here in the U.S. for my diet sweet tea, which I really like. Which I
Yeah.
can't find in Thailand, though I found a Lipton product that has this sugar free that tastes really good. But I think I talked about that last week. Um,
What about green tea? Matcha green tea is supposed to be really good too.
yeah.
I
Get it
tried
in
some
Japan.
Japanese green tea when I was on a flight, and I didn't care for it. But oh well, how good can airline tea be? But
It's pretty much what green tea tastes like. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I always thought of tea as one of those drinks that's really designed to carry other flavors, like sugar and honey and lemon and things like that.
The additives.
Right. And, I would assume coffee is something similar. If there's enough sugar and cream in it, then I usually like it. But other than that, coffee by itself, no thanks. The coffee purists like it.
Well, I make espresso in the morning. I make my own espresso, cappuccino. I foam the whole milk with the steamer and make myself a big cup of espresso. And the weather's warm. I go out and sit on the patio in the sunlight, like you said, and just drink my coffee.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, you know, just
All right. Well, we've covered the things I wanted to discuss. Anything you guys want to bring up that maybe is going on in your lives, or you want to add to some of the things we talked about the last couple of weeks?
want to hear a funny story. A few
I'm up
months
for a
ago,
funny story.
I'm in the shower, right? In the shower door, older shower, and we've been thinking about remodeling it. Well, the shower came off the tracks. The door came off the rollers, and
Mm.
it fell over on me in the shower.
Oh my.
So I'm standing there in the shower, and I'm yelling, "Kathy, Kathy, come in here! I need help!" Right? So, well, we got it back up on the rollers, and I finished my shower. Well, $30,000 later, we almost have a new bathroom now. All I
Wow.
wanted was a new shower door.
So you went from a new shower door to a fully remodeled bathroom?
A fully remodeled bathroom shower. I mean, I've got the fold down seat. I got the grab bars. I've got the
Oh, future planning. Well done.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I've got everything. I could sit on the seat. I got the little nozzle with the hose. I can sit there and just,
Just hose yourself
take a
down, huh?
sitting shower. I mean, it's really, really, really. We spent $17,000 just on the shower,
Wow.
I would
and
say
then
that's probably a good investment.
Well, shoot, I'd
the
be in the
rest of the
shower half
bathroom,
an hour to an hour a day with that kind of investment.
and the rest of the bathroom was about 12.8. The contractor is almost done. He put in the new porcelain today. We got a new um, brand new vanity that cost like $2,000, and it's going to have a really nice, I don't know what material top. It matches our kitchen counters and new flooring, everything. Oh, and all I wanted was a new shower door. Well, Kathy wanted the bathroom remodeled, and want to keep the wife happy, So
Yeah, they get what they
only
want.
it,
Yeah,
it
eventually.
it's only money, right? I can't take it with
Yeah,
me.
she jumped on that opportunity when she saw you pinned by that door.
Absolutely, she sure did, man.
Yeah, we're looking at doing a renovation to our house, and the dilemma was, do you fix it up or do you knock it down and start again? But the knocking it down and starting again was out, outside our budget. I mean, we could have stretched and done it if we'd wanted to, but I felt it was outside our budget.
Mm,
And because we're downsizing, family's getting, the kids are left or leaving. One's left, one's trying to leave, the other one's trying to leave, and yes, we need some. Our windows are a bit drafty, so we need the windows replaced and some cladding done. But I'm just thinking the biggest thing was, if we redo the house, we've got to actually move out. We've got to put everything into storage. We've got to find rental property. Got to find a rental property that'll take a dog. And you're renting for 12 months, and then you come back, and then you got to move everything back in again. And yes, that'll be great, but it's like a 12-month to 2-year process. And it was just too daunting. I just didn't want to do it.
yeah, that's too much work to let someone else do that work.
Yeah. So I'm thinking more along the lines of just doing what we need to do and getting stuff done as I can afford it.
Mm,
Rather than, because I'm mortgage free now, so I quite like that situation. And just get done what I can actually pay for, and when I get some more money from something, crypto wins or whatever, get something else done
mhm.
and just do it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole concept of moving out and having to put everything in storage and then moving back again was just overwhelming.
It is overwhelming. I mean,
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Greg, I think you and I talked about this a few years ago. Kathy next sold her house and moved into her mom's house because she needed a lot of assistance. She unfortunately not with us anymore, but this old house was needed so much work, and I took every bit of equity from the old house and put it into this house. Plus, probably another 70, $80,000 I've put into this house since then. I've probably got $140,000 renovations on this house done already in the last few years. It's paid off. We don't have a mortgage, so
Yeah.
and it's like it's only money. I can't take it with me anyway, and it's whatever.
Yeah, well, if you can use it like that, that's good. Um, but yeah,
But we
the
took care of Betty, and it's either Betty got to sell your house and we're going to put you in a nursing home, and the state's going to take all your assets and you're going to live in a nursing home, and my wife's like, no, that's not happening. Well, what's the plan? She goes, we're moving in and we're going to renovate that house. Okay. We took care of her mom for about 4 years before she passed.
mm,
And now it's our house in, it's in a nice neighborhood, and we don't have a mortgage. I had a mortgage before. I don't have a mortgage now, so that's a benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ain't nothing. I was reading an article today. I don't know what made me read this stupid article. There's only a few countries in the world that it's illegal to boil live lobsters.
That's an interesting subject change, but okay.
Guess what country it's illegal, totally illegal to boil a live lobster?
North Korea.
New Zealand.
Oh.
Oh, is it?
New Zealand and Switzerland.
Hmm.
And it's other countries have some like
I think
stipulations.
you drown them in fresh water or something first. I think that's
I
what
guess
we
you
do.
can kill the lobster, then boil it, but you can't just drop the live lobster in boiling water.
Yeah, well, that's considered cruel. Yeah, so I think we drown them in fresh water. So I don't really see what the difference is.
Yeah, it's both sound pretty miserable way to go.
Well, dying is dying, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, so they're all pretty miserable.
Well,
but lobster's way out of my reach. That's way too expensive for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Anything else?
Well,
we're at about 50 minutes.
What I'm trying to do tonight is
45.
Turn off the damn laptop and not work on code tonight.
No.
Nah, I guess not. No.
yeah, right.
Yeah, right. That's funny. You almost had me fooled on that one, Oliver.
It's like telling me to not take my phone to bed.
Yeah, I'd say I've been this rabbit hole has been quite interesting, and the stuff I've been able to learn the last 4 months is, well, just put it this way, it's given me a much deeper appreciation of what developers go through hunting for bugs.
Okay.
Bug hunting is
you're using a lot of AI to help you code?
I'm sorry, what's that, Greg?
Are you using any AI to help you code?
Oh yeah, I do. When I get stumped up, I do ask. I've got a subscription, not the top one, but I got the middle tier Chat GTP, and it's gotten pretty damn good, especially with Python. I'm amazed how good it is in Python now. It's not so good in PineScript, but man, in Python.
I think Tuan's using it to do all sorts of things. I'm pretty sure a lot of the stuff he's doing is he's using AI.
Yeah, AI is now they're talking about wanting to build a damn data center in our town. We already have a strained electrical grid. Our city's on well water. We're gonna get the kilowatts and all the water for a data center. I just don't understand these damn. The city is like all they care about is money.
Anyway, guys, I think we're going to have to finish because I've got to go to I've got a support call shortly.
All right.
I still want to be surrounded by warehouses and I came out to this part of this Illinois because I like the little open space, and it's gone away.
Well, we'll expand more on that perhaps next week.
All right,
good
guys,
topic.
see you later.
And Craig, good luck with your call. And guys, thanks for showing up.
All right,
we'll see you on the next call.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.